Hey everybody, Mobile Gamers Unite. So, after the last video I put out on Brave Exvius, and I do listen to the feedback that the community gives me, and I look into all that stuff. And I gotta say, with the last video that I did, it's like a 60-40. So, Brave Exvius does still have some loyal players to it, and, I'll give it up to them. Here's the thing, and you guys gotta kind of see it my way too. I talked about this game because I was locked out of it. And look, I'm still locked out of it, okay? I wanted to do somewhat of a review on the 3rd year anniversary, kind of, what Gummy is doing and what they're trying to offer to us. That's hard to do when you get to this screen and it won't even let you tap anything. And I've tried on all my devices and everything. So here's what I ended up doing yesterday. I did solve this problem, okay? I managed to get back into Final Fantasy Brave Exvius on a $40 Samsung phone. Yes, so my $500 tablets, they won't run it. Emulators won't run it. But a Samsung Galaxy J Prime, or whatever it is, somehow manages to run this game. So I got in there, and the biggest complaint I was hearing right now was, hey, I'm locked out of the game, and it's the 3rd year anniversary, and they're giving out all these resources and all this stuff, and of course I'm locked out at this time. This blows. Well, I got in there, and yeah, you know what? They are giving out a lot of stuff. It looks like Gummy is really making an effort to put their best foot forward. They're giving a lot of resources. I've never seen so many banners up, okay? And also this 32 to 64-bit, I really don't know if it made the game look any better. It looks a little bit better to me, but that might be because I'm looking at it on a 2-inch screen now. I really don't know. What I have noticed, though, is when you do the summons, to me it looked like the crystal animation was a little bit different. There's more of a 3D effect to it, like, the crystals that are dropping, they're not just dropping, they're kind of coming at you too. And hey, maybe that's just because I'm looking at it at a 2-inch screen now and everything looks a little bit different. So who knows if that's the case or not? I don't. So I can't really speculate on whether or not the game looks better now. But I will say this, they are giving out a lot of stuff. They got events going on. Where I'm at the game is, let's see, I stopped playing, the Regina banner was up. I think I had like 15,000 lapis. I threw it on the Regina banner. I didn't get shit from it. And then I just put it down and was like, you know what? As bad as I want Regina, just to have like my Android party that I want to play the storyline through and just to have the party that I want, like, I'm not going to put $200 into it to pull a Regina. And then I'd still have to pull another one. So that's where I drew the line, and I put the game down. Now, as far as where I stand as a Brave Exvius player, I'm not going to throw my account away. And I do want to see what they did with the story and stuff like that. So I'm going to be playing the story mode. I can promise you all this right now. Gummy's not getting $1 from me. All right, I have paid my dues, and it'll actually be kind of a fun experiment for me to see how quick my account goes from being meta as fuck to not even on the map, because I'm not going to be really pulling on any of these new banners. If I do save some lapis up, and I'll have to save it up through grinding, I'll probably throw it at some limited banner or something. I'm going to be going off of stats and performance to clear content. I am no longer a collector. I stopped collecting after the Regina banner, and that's where I'm at. I have every character up until the Regina banner. And so I'm sure I've missed a few by now, But I wanted to give a more fair review, especially with this whole 3rd year anniversary. It's looking pretty good. The 3rd year stuff that they're doing is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of the resources that they're going to be giving out. And again, it's hard for me to even be this positive because I'm playing this game on a 2-inch screen now on a laggy phone when I have thousands of dollars worth of nice gaming tablets that for whatever reason will not work. This is the screen that I get. It needs to download an additional blah, 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 and it won't even let me click yes or no. But like I said, oddly enough, the $40 Samsung phone will do it. So if anybody's locked out and they're having the same problem, go dig through like your old electronics drawer and find some old ass phone and try it. It might work, okay? Now, I did spend a whole day just trying to install this game and getting it to work, and my efforts did pay off, so I'm pretty fortunate there. But I don't want anyone to think that like I hate Brave Exvius or anything like that. I honestly think it's there's no hate. It's just some disappointment here and there when we start getting shafted by Gummy. At the same time, I do have to recognize that the mobile gaming market would be nowhere without a game like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It is the standard that I use to compare other games to. So any beef that I've ever had, it isn't with the game. It's with Gummy and just kind of how they treat their users, their consumers. That's really the only beef I've had with the game. Other games are coming out, they're competing, and Brave Exvius is not. All right. And here's the other thing, too. I'm not sponsored by any video game company, and I never will be. They could offer me $1,000 and they would just get a middle finger. All right. I don't need any sponsorships. I don't depend on YouTube for an income or anything like that at all. I'm not trying to make a penny. I could give a crap less. So you guys are always just going to get an honest, true opinion from me. And I can't say that about some other YouTubers. I've watched YouTubers pussyfoot around certain subjects when Gummy's really fucking up and they're really like crapping on their gamers. Some of the more influential YouTubers that are all about Brave, they kind of keep their mouth shut and they'll just kind of like pick and choose the topics that they want to talk about. And I've seen that a lot. I really have. They'll just kind of, we'll just kind of talk about something else. Or, hey, that's an unfortunate situation, but they're working to make it better, So you guys are never going to get any of that crap from me. I'm never going to beat around the bush. If we're getting crapped on as gamers, I'm going to be one of the first people to say something about it because I don't need likes and I don't need subscribes. I don't need money from YouTube or anything like that. I solely do this just to express myself. And for the subscribers I do have, hey, you guys are awesome, like-minded individuals. All right. And I fully support all of your opinions and I listen to the feedback that you guys give me. So that's where I'm at, and that's what you're going to get from me. And that is why I have the subscribers that I have. All right? They expect that from me, and it's my pleasure to give it out. All right? So, but on a positive note, Exvius is looking pretty good. Good enough for me to log back in on this little phone and try to play the story and just kind of see what I can do. I'm going to be grinding out whatever resources I have. There's still a banner up that, of course, it's a 10-pull banner and it has a Regina rate up on it. So if I can grind out 5,000 Lapis, I'll throw it on that and maybe I can get a Regina. The sucky thing is I'd have to somehow pull 2 of her to have her as a playable character instead of just having her to look at. All right, so we'll see. I highly doubt I'll get a playable Regina, but at this point, who cares? I'll just use what I got. But there's definitely resources for me out there to grind out. They've given us a lot, and like I said, I've never seen so many different step up and summon banners. So that's kind of cool. It is kind of a different game that I'm coming back to, and I think a lot of that has to do with Gummy really trying to put their best foot forward. With this 3rd-year anniversary. There's a lot of different currencies, a lot of things to grind out. So I'm going to be doing that. At the same time, though, like, I'm going to be keeping up with Landgrister and my guild and all that stuff. So Xvius will kind of be on the back burner a little bit, but at least I will be logging in and collecting my free resources. And even if you guys aren't playing that much right now, log in and get your free stuff. They are giving out quite a bit of free stuff, and there was like 1,000 lapis reimbursement and I'm sorry, but personally, I honestly think that Gummy should have gave everybody 5 to 10,000 lapis. You should have at least got a couple 11 pulls off of, so much of their player base just getting locked out, this whole 32 to 64-bit thing. But hey, they gave us 1,000 lapis, so it's like you're 1/5 of the way there to do an 11 pull. And that's okay, because there are a bunch of different events right now to grind out, and Castle Malfinka's up if you need to work on your items. Again, I wish I could showcase any of this stuff, but instead, we get this download screen in the background to look at. And I'm trying to be as nice as I can, considering that I can't even get into the game and I can't shoot footage of the game and I can't do any of that. I have to look at a little 2-inch screen on a phone. So I think I'm keeping it pretty positive, okay? The fact is, Gummy's trying, all right? They're desperately trying, and it does show. So there's some good stuff going on with the 3rd-year anniversary. Are we going to get those tickets based off of how much lapis we've spent over the past couple of years like they did last year? That would be cool. I would really like to see that, and all that stuff's coming. But I wanted to make an official video just letting you guys know I don't hate Brave Exvius at all. I love it. It's one of my favorite games. I'm disappointed often with the things like the little stunts that Gummy pulls, and I honestly don't think they treat us right. For as much money as they've made off of us, they just don't treat us good enough, guys. And I don't really know too many people that could argue that with me. Like, you can be a Brave Exvius supporter, and based off of the reactions that I've got off my last video, I can see that, yes, Brave Exvius still has somewhat of a community. I mean, it was 60-40. A lot of people, like most of the people, yeah, they agreed with me, but there was still a good number of people that were just like, man, no. Okay, I get that. Okay, we still have a player base for Brave Exvius, and honestly, to me, that is somewhat of a relief. All right, so it gives me that much more reason to log back in and go through the story and, I just got done combining like 600 units just so I could have room to run these events and stuff like that. Also, interestingly enough, like all of this is happening right now, right between the limited banners on Landgrister. So it kind of gives me a little bit of time. I'm all caught up in Landgrister right now. So I'll just be going on there doing my guild stuff and just trying to grind out resources and waiting for the next limited, the part 2 of their limited banner to come out. So this kind of gives me something to do in between. And the other thing is, too, I didn't want to just rush through the story like I know some people do. They'll just play through the story to get the lapis. I actually do want to read the story, and see what kind of connections the characters make and all that stuff, because, well, that's really why I started playing the game. I did like the story and where they were going with it. So I know they've released some more story, and in the process of going through that, I'm going to get some more lapis, and I'm going to get to do some of these special 9+2 pulls, and maybe I'll get a Regina to look at. Who knows? But I do solemnly swear Vlad's not spending $1 on Brave Exvius, and I don't see that ever changing. I just don't think that they could entice me enough to spend any more money on them. Now, that's just personally me. You guys can go whale out all you want. I'm also at a point where I don't feel like I should have to. After the account ban that happened and players like Dyer got banned, I'm one of the few people that has an account that actually competes with an account like Dyer's. And mine's fair and square. Like, I didn't buy any third-party bullshit, none of that crap. I don't have to worry about getting banned or anything like that. So I do have one of the stronger Brave Exvius accounts. I mean, I counted 24 Alfredas. I have well over 20 Noctis. I have, like, any of the old 5-star characters, I probably got like 20 of them. All right? And that 20 count includes a few of them being 7-star already and having their Super Trust Masters. So I would like to see what I can do with all of those. I have some 5-star characters that I have so many dupes of. It'd be nice to find something that I could actually use them for. So I'm going to be looking into all that. And I just kind of wanted to set things straight. I have no problem with Brave Exvius at all. Like I said, it's taken us to where we're at as mobile gamers. And it is the standard that I use to compare other games to. All right. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there aren't other games that are really competing and are giving us more bang for our buck, you know. But Brave Exvius will always be there for me. I really did think about selling my account, but the fact is, I don't think I'd ever get anything out of it like as much as I've put into it. And plus, it's always good to have Brave Exvius in your back pocket. I could go out somewhere, I could get stuck at work or at a hospital or something, and you know what? If I got some time to kill, I can always pull Brave Exvius out. Even if I'm not pulling on banners, I can go into the story mode and I can immerse myself in the story of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and I can RPG the fuck out. And that's what it's there for me. And as far as I'm concerned, I've paid enough into it where I should be able to have an awesome gaming experience. And so I'm going to keep it. And that's what I'm going to use it for. You know, if I just wake up one day and I got that RPG bug that I just can't scratch, I'm going to whip out Brave Exvius and, you know, mess around with some parties and some different builds. So that's where your boy's at. Gummy's not getting any more money from me, but I will, you know, I will give it up to them. They have definitely done some stuff for this 3rd-year anniversary that is making me take a second look at the game, and I can fully see why my last video, the support that it got was 60-40, and there is some resistance because, all right, you know, Gummy's putting their best foot forward, and they still have, you know, somewhat of a dedicated community. So I'm going to have to look into that and check that out, but at the same time, truth is, guys, I have seen a ton of people just complaining about power creep and this and that, and I'm quitting. And so it's a volatile market out there right now for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I'm trying to look past all the bad, and I'm trying to look at some of the good too, because like I said, hey, this 3rd-year thing, it is good, okay? It looks good. Like I said, I just spent 2 hours combining units just so I could have room to run maps and all that stuff. Now, I wasn't going to spend hours combining units if I didn't plan on playing this game. I'm going to give it the fairest chance I can, all right? And I wanted to make a video now that I'm back into the game. And I might not be back into the game right here. Like, I'm obviously still locked out of my tablet, but, you know, I got that $40 Samsung phone. It's all charged up, and hopefully they can fix this problem soon so that I can actually see Brave Exvius on a nice, you know, 12-inch tablet screen instead of a 2-inch phone screen. But now that I've actually gotten back into the game and have seen what they're offering us for the 3rd-year anniversary, okay, I do got to give them a thumbs up. I'm a fair guy, and I'm going to review everything as fair as I possibly can. And yeah, last video I made, Gummy did have a strike against them because I was locked out on all my devices, and you guys gotta, I'm just asking for you guys to show me a little bit of sympathy and understand where I was coming from. You know what I mean? You could love the game to death, but if I locked you out of all of your devices and you couldn't even log in, then come on, really? Would you really have a happy smile on your face? I honestly don't think you would. So this is my attempt at making a fair, opinionated video on the state of affairs in Brave Exvius right now. And there is some good with it, you know, and there's obviously enough there for me to try to get back into it and see what's going on. And I'm not just saying that just because it would be a waste for me to just throw my account away. That's not the case. I can sell my account for a good chunk of change. I did have one or two offers and I really did think about it, but like the fact is I do have one of the strongest accounts out there right now after the ban hammer. So I'm gonna hold on to it and just keep playing and stuff like that. So mobile gamers unite, all right? I'm trying to be polite. Everybody, have a good night.